Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining. I'm Dean Andrews. I'm Head of Developer Relations at InterSystems, and we are here today to kick off a new programming contest. This is our InterSystems Developer Tools Contest. I will quickly walk through the details here of the contest. They're also posted in our InterSystems developer community. This page right here is the announcement. But I'll walk you through, and then I'll pass it over to Evgeny here, who will share some thoughts and also, I believe, the technical bonuses of this contest. So the overall idea is developer tools. You must submit an application that helps developers contribute more quality code, work faster, something that might help in testing, deployment, support, or monitoring of a solution built on InterSystems IRIS. The duration of the contest is September 9th through September 29th. And there are, as usual, $14,000 in prizes. Again, so this is the topic. We expect applications that improve developer experience on IRIS, as I mentioned. The application must be, it's an application or library. It must be fully functional. It should not be an import or direct interface for an already existing library in another language. It should not be a copy-paste of an existing application or library. We accept applications that are either new to our Open Exchange, open source app gallery, or existing ones that have significant improvement. And our InterSystems team will review all applications before approving them for the contest. The application should work on either IRIS, IRIS for Health, or IRIS Cloud SQL. The first two could be downloaded as a host, versions from the evaluation site, or can be used in the form of containers pulled from InterSystems Container Registry or community containers. The application should be open source and published on GitHub. There must be a README in English that contains the installation steps and either a video demo or description of how the application works. And there can be no more than 3 submissions in this contest from one developer. These are the listings of the prizes. As always, we have 2 categories. We have expert nominated awards, and then the community itself votes on an additional category, 1st through 6th place. Who can participate? As always, any developer community member except for InterSystems employees. InterSystems contractors are allowed to participate. And you can also have more than one community member involved in the project. Just be sure to highlight who is specifically on the team in the README. These are the important deadlines. The applications must be submitted either on or prior to September 22nd. And then there is a voting period. Here is a whole list. Definitely browse this announcement page because there is a whole list of sample applications, templates, information for beginners who are new to IRIS and Python, IRIS and ObjectScript, and other elements of the contest. And with that, I will pass it over to Evgeny.
Thank you, Dean. But we have Raj Singh here, product manager of developer experience. Raj, do you want to share a few words? Some inspiration?
Yeah, I actually have a question for the team before I say what I wanted to talk about. I'm particularly interested in VS Code extensions and making those better. So I was wondering if pull requests to an existing VS Code extension would be would be a valid submission. For example, we have a number of, the object script extension is very mature, but we have a number of extensions that we'd love to have more developers participate on improving, such as the SQL tools or the notebooking extension. And so I'd just like to throw that out there. I was wondering.
Yeah, we even with this audience, we have one very valuable contributor to VS Code itself. It's John Murray. And John also is the author of several extensions to VS Code that are InterSystems specific. John, maybe you wanna share a few words? Maybe not now, like, or later. Yeah, okay, please.
Yeah, I certainly think it would be good to have more people in the community contributing. I think it's quite difficult to achieve a sort of single pull request that makes a substantial change to existing functionality, and so I think it would be tricky with this contest to keep the playing field level. If one pull request or one small change within one extension is considered, you know, equivalent to something that somebody else spends several weeks hacking up.
Okay, well,
so
maybe we'll think about that deeper for the next contest and get a good pathway to success. That makes sense. But what I was going to say in general is obviously thank you everybody for being interested in this, and the developers obviously know the best about where where things could be made better, where the holes are in our coverage of developer tools and experience. So the input here is definitely welcome. Two areas that, as probably one of the judges, I'd be most interested in seeing work on is, we're not just developers in this community, we're data developers. So things that that help the data experience is definitely of interest. What's been on my radar most recently are data testing tool, data validation tools, like in the area of Great Expectations. I don't know if anybody is familiar with that, but ways to see if a data set is, you know, how much it's like the data set it came from, potentially. See if you did an import properly, you know, checking a CSV with whatever you've imported into IRIS via load data, something like that, would be a really interesting tool. Looking at the distribution of values in a data set, or really good data typing tools, you know, things in that area I think would be really interesting. We also have another product of John Murray's work is the Jupyter Notebook extension. And one thing we're really interested in is examples, notebooks that use that extension. So this is sort of a superset of what I just talked about with data. You could imagine Jupyter notebooks that do that kind of data testing and give you results, give you sort of a report on how valid your data sets are in a Jupyter notebook. And you can imagine lots of things that you could do in a Jupyter notebook, whether it's in ObjectScript or embedded Python. That would be really useful. You know, whether it's distributions or graphing, charting, that kind of thing. Having examples there which other people could use and modify. You know, notebooks are kind of an extension of code. So I guess my general message is expand the thinking beyond, you know, coding tools into data tools, and using kind of more accessible platforms like notebooking, which a larger percentage of InterSystems users could find accessible.
Thank you, Raj. And just maybe thinking loud, we and following up this data thread, we also introduced another innovative new feature into InterSystems IRIS. It's vector search. And yes, it allows you to build in different very interesting end user applications, such, for example, this DCAI that I hope everyone is exploring, which is uses leverages IRIS to index community data, but it's like for development and user solution. What about like developer tools that maybe leverage this? So I'm not sure. So it's like beyond of my imagination, but I maybe it's also makes sense if you like build solutions that leverage vector search, or maybe there's we need some tools that will make this development more productive, and maybe to improve its monitoring or like effective measure effectiveness and things like that. Yep. Yeah, and I see also Daniel Franco joined. Daniel, we are discussing developer tools contest. Maybe you wanna share a few words, or maybe some inspirations, some ideas, share some ideas with developers.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I think in terms of development, everything that we are doing, I don't know, I joined late, but so I might contradict what Raj was saying. Sorry about that, Raj. But I think the future of everything is low code, no code, right? We need to focus on that, regardless if developers want to create classes and start from zero. All the development tools that we need to provide to our customers it needs to be intuitive and easy to use. Customers, the market is requiring solutions or applications that are almost there but flexible to be changed. And that flexibility comes from developers that use developer tools that we're going to provide to them. So if we have this in our minds, I think we can create better development experience and tools to use every day. I don't know if this is aligned to what you were thinking, because I arrived later, sorry. But that's what I would say about developing new tools for developers.
I think it's totally fair, and I think this is all what we developers want, is to spend less time in development and produce more value and like implement our bright ideas into the reality, right?
Yeah, the market, we need to understand that the market is asking for simple things. They are asking for applications that help them to achieve what they need tomorrow, but at the same time are flexible enough to localize to their needs. That is it, right? And the development tools that we provide must be thinking, or the mindset should be thinking like, how can I abstract a lot of the heavy lift for a developer to build a fire application, to build a fire facade, for example, or to build a smart on fire. And I'm talking about my word here, so sorry about that, the healthcare word. But that's what the market is expecting. How can I easily visualize my data and improve the data quality of my data, right? Oh, do I have to write a huge class that interact with a lot of stuff? Well, maybe, but can we improve that? Can we make this easier for the developer to look at these things and interact with these artifacts that we have in a data platform? That's the goal, in my opinion. We should do as much as we can for our bright developers to spend more time thinking than having more challenge to actually use the platform.
I'll just quickly jump in and comment and say that I think what you, Daniel, and you, Raj, were just saying is exactly why we have contests like this. Is kind of looking at the subject matter from perhaps a different angle. So totally appreciate both of your comments and the creativity of the developer community members that participate in this contest. For sure. One comment on what Daniel just said is that I would kind of qualify when you said, Daniel, of simple use cases. I would say that it's simple perhaps for the user or developer that's leveraging it, but it might have been sophisticated to build that simple and flexible.
Oh, for sure. We keep saying that now that developers are not gonna. The other day, I think Matt Gardman from AWS, he said that developers are not going to exist in the next 3 years. And I think people forget that for developers to not do what they're currently doing today, you still need developers to build that.
Oh, yeah.
And we forget about it. They're not going to go away. Of course not. It's going to be a different perspective of the development. And even if I go to ChatGPT today and I ask for, give me a Python code to do that, XYZ, yes, I need someone that understands Python to review, to add more information, to localize to their needs. And together with development tools, these might happen in an easier way. So the velocity of putting something in the market, it's going to be like exponential by 10, 100, depending on the time. I'm not a developer, and the other day I built an application that I'm discussing with my friends for 15 years, and I built a simple app, So it can be done, but complex things, someone develop what is behind that, right?
Yeah. So. Yeah, totally agree there, for sure.
So following this up, let's not miss this amazing opportunity to build something while we developers still exist. Don't miss this open exchange contest, and please participate and contribute what we still developers need. And actually, like speaking of the topic of the particular contest, so it's finally this contest is for developers, right? By developers for developers. Yes, and actually it's interesting, but maybe this is the most interesting topic and most. I just wanna share my screen. So if we go to Open Exchange and check sort what are the most popular applications like from viewing perspective, and if you can see top 5, this is all developer tools. And if we sort, for example, how many installs, like package manager, this like all like this deep sea web, this is developer tools, web terminal, of course it's developer tools, git for shared develop environment. So that means that developers, they really need tools and they use it. And no doubts that what you contribute this, a lot of what you see here will contribute through this kind of contests like that, this developer tool contest. So and what you will contribute will be definitely used by developers. Yeah, and to discuss what are the technology bonuses we have in this contest, and as Dean mentioned initially, that we always have 2 categories, like expert nomination and the community nomination, and both the difference is that like who votes for what. And but to have some handicap, so just get some points not from people who vote for you and select and vote for your application, but like because it meets some requirements, you can leverage these technology bonuses. And these are like topics that which you implement, in your developer tool, you will have some additional handicap bonus points. And what we have here, just let's briefly go through. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate, like asking in chat or like raise your hand. Please, let's discuss. So as we mentioned, we introduced IRIS vector search, which is a pretty new feature in InterSystems IRIS platform, which lets you implement generative AI solutions and solutions that follow this RAG pattern. And actually what Daniel Franco also mentioned, that solutions that will help you like either low code or just to stop being like a developer but became a creator or like builder, yeah, whatever. Like
I just want to say, you're never going to stop being a developer. I think that the idea is how you can leverage the development to stop, to reduce the burnouts of actually using the technology to build something. It's like, if I do a parallel to my work, it's like doctors. Why we create EHRs to facilitate doctors adding data, but we create a lot of problems there as well. So tools to improve doctors to how to use the technology are being built every day. The same thing for developers, right? We need to allow them to focus on their creativity, put their brains into how am I going to build a solution, instead of, well, which variable should I instantiate here? Where do I need to bring? Which class do I need to create here? What is the language? All this kind of stuff, right?
For a non-developer, you know too much.
I used to. I just left this life, but I know the pain points.
Right. So, but I agree, and I believe our audience agrees with that. Yeah, and also we had a comment in the chat that should we introduce the bonus points category for Visual Studio Code plugin? Maybe yes. My only question is it feasible? I mean, so is it possible to register? Or it's not like mandatory to have Visual Studio Code. It's not mandatory to have it in a marketplace, in Visual Studio Marketplace. So you can just install this like executable, right? Some binary, or like this. There is a file.
You can use the VS Code developer SDK to create a V6 file, which people can install individually. You don't get the security of the marketplace or the trust of the marketplace. So we'd have to trust each other to, pretty sure that's correct. John knows best.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, you don't have to be a publisher in order to distribute extensions. But, you know, you could, in principle, you could make the V6 file, which effectively is a zip file. You could make that available for people who wanted to use it, and you know, potentially that could come in an open exchange package.
Yeah, so I think we could introduce this category, and this is why we also having these discussions, just to get source some ideas what I think we developers will benefit from. So yes, let's introduce. And also I heard from what I heard today, that we don't have fire category, right? Maybe we want to add a category to support developers who want to introduce tools that will help with with a number of fire supporting features in InterSystems IRIS for Health and Health Connect. Yeah, okay. So we will do that, both Fire and Visual Studio Code, both for 3 points. And yeah, please don't hesitate to share more ideas in the chat or raise your hand. And we will go forward with the bonus list. And as usual, so Python embedded. So Python is language #1 on the planet. Even we love ObjectScript so much. So, but for several years, we have embedded Python, which allows developers to leverage the advantages of InterSystems IRIS data platform also with embedded Python. So please improve the developer's life who uses embedded Python with your remarkable tool and collect 3 points more. Or just build this developer tool in embedded Python. Similar for like to embedded Python, also similar Python topic, VSGI web apps. So this is what we introduced this year. It's a new types of web application support, so that are Python focused. So for Flask, FastAPI, Django. Yeah, so if, please introduce the developer tool that helps managing this, or like, or even written using VSGI, and collect your 2 points more. Yeah, InterSystems interoperability. This is obviously one of the great advantages of InterSystems IRIS data platform, and we encourage you to introduce yet another tool that will help improve like development or maintainability or analytics or like whatever, or maybe introduce a new adapters or business operations that will enrich the offerings you can use with InterSystems interoperability. Yes, and another feature that that belongs to InterSystems IRIS is InterSystems IRIS BI. And yeah, we encourage developers, please either introduce this, the developer tool that leverages it, or the tool that simplifies and improves the developer experience with InterSystems IRIS BI. Yes, this is all about features, and the rest are like our usual suspects. So we encourage you to use a Docker setup that will simplify the life of all the developers that will use your or try your developer tool. That it will be the Docker environment, so that will let everyone easily to set it up, run, test it, and whatever, maybe contribute and pull request to a solution. And on a similar topic is IPM package, so that if you want your if your tool be deployed, so package it, and this will streamline the path of your developer tool to end user or end developer environment. And as you can see that the more and more the adoption of InterSystems Package Manager is growing, and like last month we had more than 10,000 installations of different IPM packages, which is amazing to see. Thank you for using it. And as always, online demo always helps, so we encourage you to introduce online demo. So and also we have, as you know, we have InterSystems Ideas portal, which contains a subset of ideas that are considered as okay to everyone. Considered as develop community opportunities. There will be 4 more additional points for that. Find the bug. Actually, maybe we will get rid of this, because just we don't want to focus on bugs on embedded Python, or either we will spread it to any, if you find any bug. So this will may disappear. So also code quality will be there. So if you leverage object script, we have object script linter that will show that you don't have any bugs in your GitHub open source GitHub repository. And I know we know that you love developer community, so we do. So we will appreciate 1 or even 2 articles on developer community. And similar to the content related, there is a developer community YouTube where we want really much to see. We want very much to see your video demo of what are the values in your developer tool. So please create this YouTube video online demo, record it and published. People love watch YouTube, love to watch YouTubes, and you will collect 3 more bonus points for that. And we follow all the marketing trends. You know that YouTube Shorts are in favor now. So why not to contribute your one YouTube short and get 1 more point and also be more famous worldwide. Yes, and if you are a first-time contributor to this contest, we very welcome you. And here are your 3 bonus points that will give you some handicap to in the race for the best developer tool in 2024 for InterSystems IRIS. Yes, maybe that's it. Stop sharing screen. And Robert asked, "What about maintenance tools?" Robert, do you want to comment? What do you mean? What do you mean? Maybe are you on mute? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's great to have new tools help developers, and the whole mindset goes in the direction to create something new, something better. It's like growing flowers. But if you're a gardener, you have to maintain your field as well. So what I'm missing is to some extent also tools for data maintenance, data migration. I'm raising this because I'm just creating something from past and troubles I had from past, where I had created several programs that could be extended and used in this direction. But of course, data maintenance is also development. Just the way we pronounce it and we promote it is, hey, this is the new stuff, that is artificial intelligence or whatever. And well, and the old stuff is not just scrap, but you have to take it over. And especially with large data sets, it's a lot. And improving this, in my opinion, is also a target. It's not explicit mentioned, but at this occasion, I would like to just to place it here. Thanks.
Yeah, Robert, certainly. And I think what you says it's very complementary with what Raj said, that we are like data platform, right? So everything that is related to data management tools makes sense. And of course, the power of development of a platform is not that, hey, I just built something in 5 minutes, take a look. Rather than, hey, I've built something that works for 5 years and brings value, right? And yeah, and of course, so I think there are no doubts that anything like tools, yeah, we call like developer contest tool, but yeah, you're right. We also think that we need not only develop but maintain, and the tools that will help maintenance, that they are very welcomed in this contest. Yeah, Raj, yeah.
Yeah, that gave me an idea. I'm very interested, which would be a huge project, but I'm very interested in seeing if anybody can rewrite the SMP without using Zen.
Okay, why not in 2 weeks? Yes, sure. So, but if you like, yeah, and actually, like how Visual Studio Code appeared, maybe it appeared in a kind of contest, like, but so.
Yeah, re-envisioning system management.
But
that's a very interesting area.
So yeah, well, I think we can add some bonus point for if you just introduce a new system management platform for InterSystems IRIS. Here are your 3 points. Yeah, but I think this is what very challenging topic, but yeah, let's we encourage developers to maybe to try this.
I
Cool.
see Tom joined. Tom, I don't know if you have any inspiration or guidance for Developer Tools Contest. Daniel and Raj chimed in with possible topic areas.
Well, along those lines, of course, I'm gonna push vector search and large language model, Gen AI types of approaches. So mixed in with management, system management, or developer tooling, things around that. I'm enjoying using my little chat bot to help me code now. And I think there's a lot of opportunities there to kind of extend those tools, make them more useful with InterSystems products. So I think we should encourage that as well. Not a very intelligent response, but
No,
thanks for giving
No,
me the
no,
floor.
no. We have the bonus for generative.
actually, you're right in line.
Thank you.
Very good. All right. I think we're done here. Unless Evgeny, is there anything else?
No, just maybe looking forward. This is
Yes.
developer coding for developers. This is very exciting and very. I'm looking forward for your.
I think the people who submit applications who have participated in other of our contests know that we all love what you do and the work that you do. And we hope you feel acknowledged and recognized. I can tell you, if you don't know, that all of your submissions, they are the talk of InterSystems and frequently the developer community as well. We love seeing your creativity, seeing your innovation, and it starts a bunch of conversations. So keep going and please participate in this contest for this month. Thank you all for joining, and we'll talk again when we declare the winners. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.